Happy 4th of July, everybody. Kevin Mulm here in the Office of Youth and Adult Ministry. 2-Minute Tuesday on July 4th. What a great country we live in, and just last week we spent a week in one of the most beautiful parts of the country in the Blackfeet Reservation with JOP. It was just an incredible experience, as it always is. The weather was great this year, and we only got a little bit of rain, and JOP is one of those things where if I have to explain it to you, you just wouldn't understand. The graces that we received last week, it's incredible, and every year it takes months to kind of just process all of the things and experiences that we had, and this year was no different. There's a couple of thank yous and highlights that I did want to share with you, though. First and foremost, thanks to Tony Runningfisher for all of her work. She's such a pleasure to work with, and if you've never had the chance to meet with her, Tony's just an incredible person and witness of the faith. She's instrumental and was there from the foundation of JOP. It was kind of her that got the ball rolling, and every year since, she's just made JOP just an incredible experience for our young people. She's been in and around kind of the world of youth ministry, working both at the parish, Little Flower in Browning, as well as De La Salle Blackfeet School, and she put together just another great experience for us this year, so thanks to her. Probably one of the highlights from this last week, and if you talk to anyone who was there last week, they'll certainly say that taking out the beaver dam was by far one of the best highlights. We had the opportunity to work with a local rancher who's Blackfeet, and shared with us a little about ecology and how Blackfeet have used and are continuing to use the landscape there. And he invited us out to his ranch where we took out a beaver dam that was causing flooding in the field. So there was a lot of graces and lessons that we will be unpacking for a long time to come, but that was certainly a highlight. Thanks to Father Rod, who's the pastor up there in Browning at Little Flower Parish. He spent a ton of time with us doing daily mass. He also offered reconciliation for us and just spent a lot of time praying and being with us. He's just an incredible witness of the faith. It was fantastic seeing him just love on the Blackfeet people. He really, really cares. Just seeing him pray with the people on the streets in front of the Little Flower Parish. He's also a very busy man. Last year, he said he did over 150 funerals in Browning, and so very busy man, and just a blessing to have. And so thanks to him for being with us all last week. Also want to give a special shout out, thanks to Father Victor who from St. Ignatius, who came all the way up to celebrate Mass with us at Running Eagle Falls and Glacier. It was just a really, really fun day. Just so blessed to have him with us. Another highlight of the week were the 2 community feeds. We served well over 1,000 hamburgers and hot dogs between Hart Butte and Browning while we were there. Just a good experience and opportunity to teach kind of some lessons on the corporal works of mercy of feeding the hungry. We ended the week on a great highlight. There was a youth street dance that was full, that just had a lot of fun, including a stick horse Indian race relay. It was a lot of fun. We also did a dance with some of the color paint, or the dry paint, that just ended up in a mess of color. It was a lot of fun, but just a great way to end the week. Anyway, just a blessed week, and even though it just got over, I'm already looking forward to next year. And if you're not doing anything this weekend, I'd highly encourage you to consider going up to the Native American Indian Days, which is going to be this week, especially to participate in the closing Mass, which Bishop Vetter will be celebrating on Sunday morning. Speaking of Bishop Vetter, please join me in wishing him a happy anniversary of ordination. We celebrated 30 years last week, and the JOP crew created a short video. It was a lot of fun. We had a little bit of downtime last week, and so congratulations to Bishop Vetter on 30 years of being a priest.
Boom, boom, ba ba boom, boom, ba ba boom, boom, ba boom, boom, ba ba boom. Boom, ba ba boom, 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 boom, ba ba boom.
And the land is dark,
Boom,
and
ba
the
ba
end
boom,
is the only light we'll see.
boom, ba ba boom, boom.
No, we won't be afraid. No, we won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by us. You're still our bishop, better. Oh, bishop, better. A priest since 1993.
You knew a guy who knew a guy who knew Jesus Christ. And that's why we stand by you. Bishop, Bishop, better. Oh, Bishop, better. A priest since 1993. We won't be babies, Bishop, better. Oh, Bishop, better. A priest since 1993. A priest since 1993. A priest since 1993. Happy Ordination Day, Bishop Hatter. Thank you. We love you. Bishop. You're still our bishop.
Even though I was out last week, there was a lot of other things happening. The planning days registration is open. I invite all catechists, Catholic school teachers, DREs, youth ministers, anyone who works or volunteers in teaching the faith to young people. You're invited to this experience at Legendary Lodge. The dates are Monday and Tuesday, August 14th and 15th. Plan to arrive on Monday, kind of the late afternoon, or show up early if you want to kind of enjoy some of the amenities of Legendary Lodge. And then we will be done by Tuesday at noon. Dr. Brian Barrett, who's the new diocesan director of formation in the faith, he's going to be kind of leading a couple sessions for us. And even though this is not a spiritual retreat, we'll certainly be doing kind of, we'll pray together, we'll do mass, that sort of stuff. But this is really intended to be a professional development experience. So talking about how can we be better at teaching the faith. And that's exactly why Dr. Barrett was hired. So really looking forward to introducing him to all of you. Make sure to bring your notebook and your calendar for next year, as we're going to go through kind of some planning for the year and just kind of sharing ideas and brainstorming on how we can be better at teaching the faith. The experience, the retreat, the planning days, it is free, and you're welcome to bring your children. Although I'm not providing childcare, I do know a lot of you have young children with you, and finding childcare for something like this can be difficult. So if that's the case, we welcome you to bring your kids with you if you need to do that. You can find all the details and the registration at diocesehelena.org/planning days. Speaking of using different resources and publishers out there, John Kowalski from over in Bozeman shared with me that Life Teen has a new product, and it's specifically designed for small parishes who have a regular attendance of youth of 25 or less. It's called the Kickstart. I took a look at it. It looks really good, and the price is very affordable. It's a lot cheaper than Life Teen's full program. So you can find that at lifeteen.com if you're looking for something new for next year. NCYC, okay, I had a lot of calls and emails and text messages last week while I was gone, mostly because we had our first registration deadline for NCYC was last week. Don't worry if you missed the deadline. I still have plenty of tickets available for you. Really, we're going to continue accepting registrations through the fall, and I really just split the registration into two different deadlines or payments. I should probably find a better word than a deadline, but really I split it just so that you don't have to pay the entire registration fee in one lump sum. So we split that up a little bit, but don't worry if you miss a deadline. You can still register, and if you have any questions, certainly reach out to me, or you can register at diocesehelena.org/NCYC. CYC board registrations will be up by the end of this week, and I'll post that online at diocesehelena.org/CYC board. I will also get the registration open for the National Eucharistic Congress, hopefully this week. The details are still coming together as I'm learning about this event, and really the entire church in the U.S. is learning how to put on this event. Kind of in a nutshell, the whole thing is going to run similar to NCYC, except it's meant for all ages. So you'll register with the diocese, and then you will coordinate your own travel. The Diocese of Helena, we were able to get some discounted group tickets, and we have reserved a block of hotel rooms so we can all stay together. The dates for that event are next summer. It's July 17th through the 21st of 2024. The cost is $350 for adults and then $150 for children. That is basically your cost for the registration and some incidentals like snacks and hospitality and stuff like that. Each family or parish will then be responsible for coordinating and paying for their own travel. And then, of course, you'll have the hotel in there as well. All the details and information will be available at diocesehelena.org/National Congress. Well, that's it for this week. Again, happy 4th of July. Celebrate our country and our nation. I hope you have fun with friends and family and all the barbecues and fireworks. Stay safe out there. As always, please pray for me, pray for our bishop, and together we will all pray for our young people. God bless.